And a happy good evening to everybody. Welcome to Fowl Territory 368. I am your cordial host, Gizzard Gary, and welcome one and all to the really big show we have tonight. So it is Monday, July the 20th. That's right. The anniversary, what is it, 47th anniversary, I believe, of the Apollo 11 moon landing on July the 20th, 1969. So that's what we're celebrating today. That's why we have the moon background and the Apollo 11 insignia up in the corner. So
you said 47th anniversary?
47? 50.
That can't possibly be right. I'm
57.
52 and I was born in 74.
57. I was give or take 20 years. Hey, what do you want from me? So we got Woods out there. We got Dale Pogue. We got Packrat's Attic, and we have a Laughing Dog 22LR. Ms. Packrat is out there, as is Alex Parlin. Guns and Barbecue out there and hiding in the back. The Gun Snob, the pride of Chelsea, Oklahoma, is out there. So Rich White also out there and in here. And let's see. The Gun Snob says the anniversary is something that was recorded in a studio. Yeah. Right. We got J Delta D Smoking, whatever he wants to call himself. He's out there. Oh, welcome. And Ozzy Osbourne is barking at the moon out there.
Right,
and we have Ron barking on the moon. You're right. Very good. Very appropriate. And you'll find out later why that's appropriate. Ron 2A Matters also is out there. We got 12 people watching. We're live on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. So good evening, everybody. Let's bring on tonight's panel. The first one here, who is dressed up as a GORN this evening. I guess it's an outer space theme of some sort. Anyway, he is the host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media Channel. The one, the only, the very lovely Rich White is here. Yo, indeed. Glad to have you. And just in case we were a little worried about having too pristine of a chat tonight, I brought somebody in here who can help keep it level, keep it nice and ruined. He comes to us from the state, the Keystone State, actually. But he hosts a Thursday night thing on his show that has a different title every week. He calls it whatever he wants to call it. Let's welcome aboard Guns and Barbecue.
Good evening.
What? Good evening. We got Vulcan Rumble is here. Must take out trash. We'll be back. Okay. So, what did you guys do to celebrate Apollo 11 today? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Edit photos.
Moon photos?
No.
Have you ever taken pictures of the moon? I have. Actually, a lunar eclipse. Very cool pictures, by the way.
You should share them sometime.
If I can find them. If I ever find them, I will share them. Seems like I put them on Facebook. I've looked through my Facebook feed. They may still be there. It was many, many moons ago. But yeah. Uh-oh. I just got a text saying don't read my next text, so I won't read the next text. I won't say who it's from because I want to maintain OPSEC here, of course. So
anonymity.
What is going on today? It's a new week. It's a wonderful week. We're hitting the week running. Everybody's raring to go, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Don't sound
Yeah, right. Like your avatar, Guns Barbecue. Very, very appropriate. Let's see. Laughing Dog says, to celebrate Apollo, I drove through the Walmart parking lot mooning everyone.
excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. But yeah, speaking of Apollo 11, and I know the elephant in the room is waving his hands frantically over in the corner saying, but wait, Gizzard, isn't this all a hoax? Did this not really happen? This is impossible after all. Countless reasons. I've read post after post today. People out there celebratory about Apollo 11, and then all the commenters out there jumping in and talking about fake news and all that stuff. And they give every excuse in the book why it couldn't possibly be true. And if you believe it, you're just a bootlicker. You're just one of them people. So, Rich, did we land on the moon?
I would say yes. More than once.
And what makes you think so?
Well, you look at the moon through a telescope and you can see a flag up there. It's a little white rectangle because it's all been washed out by the sun.
You can see it?
Used to be able to anyway. When I was younger, we used to go on field trips to the observatory in Pittsburgh, and they would have the big telescope pointed at the moon, and you could see where the landing site was.
Are you telling me we may have left things behind?
Yep, we sure did. There's
Maybe
litter
on
on the moon.
purpose? Maybe on purpose that they could bounce signals off of to test things? Like reflectors? Huge reflectors?
Plus just litter. There's litter up there from the landing craft and stuff. So, yeah.
It's too bad nobody's ever went up there with an unmanned ship and took pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Or, wait, they did. Several different countries have. It's documented. They've got photos of the landing sites. Unless, of course, all these countries are in on the hoax, too.
Yeah, which I find hard to believe, since one of those countries would have been the Soviet Union, and they weren't exactly our friends, and they wouldn't have been doing something to propagandize the United States in any way, shape, or form during the height of the Cold War.
Cold War was all fake.
People forget that we were in a space race with the Soviets since the late 50s. And we competed for everything. In fact, they beat us in about everything. They were the first in space. You know, I think they sent a probe to the moon before we did, as a matter of fact. The only thing we were ever first at was landing there. And they tried to beat us at that. But their rocket blew up. Unfortunately.
See Ron Wayne's comment out there in the chat.
Ron Wayne says, me and my buddy Zephram invented a new propulsion engine in honor of the Apollo landing, thinking of calling it warp drive. I think that worked great.
Is Zephram's last name Cochran by any chance?
Must be. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy is out there. Alex Parlin watched it in real time. Packrat says no countdown. No countdown. I don't get it. But see, Laughing Dog looked through a telescope and saw Elon Musk Tesla had crashed into the moon. Oh, no. So, you know, people talk about, the Russians were not happy. They were watching us very carefully. Yes, they were quite capable of tracking us. In fact, the tracking of Apollo 11 and all Apollo missions was pretty much a worldwide thing, because we had giant radio telescopes in, I believe, was it Australia, that did a lot of our tracking for us and stuff like that. So, Denny said, used to see a lot of moons on the drag on Friday and Saturday nights, but I don't think the kids do that anymore. Pack Rat says, I watched the launch live on our new color TV. The launch. Okay. Yeah. The launch would have been in color. The moon footage, the live footage was all black and white. So color TV wouldn't have done you a whole lot of good then. But, which they say didn't happen. But, I digress on that. It's not like it was our first time in space. A lot of people think it was. We had actually, I think I looked today, there were 6 manned flights in the Mercury program, 10 in the Gemini program, and I believe Apollo 11 was the 6th manned flight, not counting Apollo 1, which unfortunately resulted in the death of 3 astronauts who probably didn't even really die, according to the naysayers. So we had made several trips up into space. In fact, wasn't even our first time at the moon. Apollo 7 almost went there. Apollo 8 did orbit. Well, Apollo 7 did a slingshot around the moon. Apollo 8 orbited. Apollo 9 tested the docking procedure on the LEM. Apollo 10, actually, they got the LEM out and went within, what was it, 7,000 feet of the moon's surface. When I found out, people say, well, why didn't they just go ahead and land it? They didn't give them enough fuel. There's no way they could have. They also had an older version of the lunar manual that was too heavy, so it wouldn't have survived trying to land anyway. So just in case they got a wild hair to try and land, they set them up to fail on Apollo 10. So anyway, that's a story about that.
Yeah, Snob saying we're getting paid to say it was real. Man, I wish I was getting paid.
I wish I was too. Yeah. Packrat says, I was named after Scott Carpenter. Ron Wayne says, I'm just glad Tom Hanks made it home. Yeah.
Kevin Bacon's the real national treasure.
That's true.
And so you didn't see Kevin Bacon's name on the, EpiPen files.
So, Guns and Barbecue, what's your verdict? Did we go to the moon?
No, totally fake. We were actually in cahoots with Russia. We just wanted people to think that there's a Cold War. That way we could sell more American flags and get them to, just be more obedient to the powers that be, giving way to a greater world order. It's like professional wrestling. You got to have a heel, you got to have a baby face. And each country was willing to play their part to put on that show. And this included the moon landing.
Okay.
Did somebody swap Crazy Scotsman for Guns and Barbecue?
I was going to say, if you believe that I've got oceanfront property in Arizona.
So, hold on here. So I've had a link out there for my poll this week, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen and let you see how America voted on this. So I had a poll out there on my community tab.
Is it a big poll?
And it says, this Monday, July the 20th, is the 57-year anniversary, see, I got it right there, of the Apollo 11 moon landing on July 20, 1969, or did they? 77% of the people, 31 people voted, 77%, better than 3 out of 4 said, of course, it was one of mankind's greatest achievements. However, 23% said, no way, it was all filmed in a studio, it didn't happen. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the comments. Starting on the bottom, we get one from Boomstick. Says, I've been to the moon several times harvesting cheese. I can confirm NASA, Russia, and China have got junk laying all over the place.
You forgot India.
Chris Lang says, Gary, this is a tough one. What sucks is anything you see nowadays is obviously fake. I trust Boomstick now more than anybody at this point. There we go. Country Rimfire says, of course they did. Kentucky Rimfire Justin said it happened in Hollywood, but don't tell the Russians or Chinese. Krabby Turtle says, I learned in school that they did. I just have so many questions. For example, when they were lifting off the moon to head back home, who was filming this? Thus, who was left behind on the moon for that shot? And for the iconic shot of them walking their first footsteps on the moon, you're telling me they landed, then someone got out to set up the camera, then they had another astronaut hop down the stairs? So they invented first-person YouTube-style video in 1969? Just so many questions. So I did some research for Krabby. And I replied that the camera used to record the descent down the ladder was attached to the lower portion of the limb in a protected inside compartment. It was deployed by Neil Armstrong after he opened the hatch, using a wire and pulley designed for the purpose. Once the camera was in place, Buzz Aldrin threw a breaker inside the limb to provide power to the camera. The video quality and frame rate were lower than normal to allow the technology at the time to send that signal back to Earth. That same camera was later detached from the limb and put on a stand, which allowed for subsequent moonwalk video. The camera was retrieved prior to leaving the moon, brought back, of course, and improved footage was obtained from it for later video reproduction by NASA. So it recorded in a lot better resolution than it could transmit. So when they got the camera back, of course, after the fact, they had way better video. That only stands to reason. It's my understanding that at least for Apollo 11, the shots of them lifting off from the moon were indeed simulated. Oh, really? As they had no way to leave a camera behind to transmit the signals. But later Apollo missions eventually did have live video of the launch with a camera left behind on the moon for that purpose, which I found out was actually attached to the rover. They took the rover's camera and aimed at it, which could be transmitted to the limb and relayed to NASA. Also, the outside shots of the spacecraft in orbit and the descent to the moon were simulated for viewer clarity and interest, since otherwise you'd just be looking at the announcers. Simulated footage was interspersed with live footage when live footage could not be sent. So it's fair to say that at least part of what people saw at home was quote-unquote faked for obvious reasons. That doesn't mean that all the video was fake or imply that the mission was fake, in my opinion. And he said, thanks. I've even asked my teachers this, was never explained this way. Now, he says, reminds me of all them atomic bomb test videos that show the model home being blown away, but not the camera that was recording it. Yeah, that makes sense. Ron Wayne says, sure, it happened. And the Vulcans observed the whole milestone for the human race. Well, there you go. All right. Ron Wayne says, and so began construction on the first Dollar General on the moon. The Gunsnob says, in all seriousness, it was more than likely real, but at the same time, our government has done plenty of sketchy things, MK Ultra, etc. So I would never put it past them to have faked it. Well, anything could be fake. That doesn't mean they did. Just because it's kind of like the crying wolf scenario. Just because somebody did one bad thing wrong doesn't mean from that point on everything they did was wrong. But yeah, the questions are still there. However, what Barbecue said earlier about the Cold War, I wouldn't put it past the government to have colluded with Russia to gain more control. That is always a politician's goal. You do realize that Russia didn't like us very much.
So
Packrat,
but then
Packrat says
doing that, Russia also benefited in the same way, right?
Packrat says, go back to my question, Gary. Which one? Let's see. I must have missed it. Could do without Tom Hanks, but not Kevin Bacon. Did anyone find Ellis Cranston? Is that it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Dale Pogue says she's on the dark side of the moon. Now that makes sense. That's a good question. Misty, Mrs. Wayne is out there. All right. Vulcan Rebel says the trash is done. All right. So, guess what? We have a bracket.
What?
That's right. We have a bracket, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight's bracket is going to be songs about the moon with a few songs about space thrown in to fill out the bracket. So,
Time out. It's not songs about Kevin Bacon movies? Or a bracket about Kevin Bacon movies? Come on.
No.
Gosh.
Does he have that many? Does he have that many movies?
I don't know. What? Footloose, Apollo 11, Tremors.
Friday the 13th.
All right, so let's take a. We got 16 songs to pick from tonight. Let's take a look at our slideshow. So we have Brooks and Dunn with Neon Moon from
Never heard it.
1992. You never heard of it? Of course
Nope.
you haven't.
Can
We
you
have-
just boot him off right now? Like, I don't
Well,
need
then
that
I don't
nigga
have
doing
anybody
it.
to vote in the bracket. Creedence Clearwater Revival with Bad Moon Rising,
Never heard it.
1969.
I've heard it.
Speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon from 1983. There's a picture of Ozzy in case anybody ever wanted to see him. That's what he looks like right there. Frank Sinatra, Guns and Barbecue's personal favorite on this bracket with Fly Me to the Moon,
I think he's overrated.
1964. We have Van Morrison with Moondance from 1970. Andy Williams with Moon River from 1961. Nat King Cole with It's Only a Paper Moon from 1943. That's from my parents' day. Wow. We have King Harvest with Dancing in the Moonlight from 1972.
This is a sleeper on this list, I think.
You think so?
I think so.
It's a good song.
It is.
Speaking of going back in time, we've got Glenn Miller with Moonlight Serenade from 1939. I believe this is the oldest song on the bracket.
Oh, by the way, no Moonlight Sonata. Seriously?
No.
My gosh.
We have Cat Stevens with Moonshadow from 1970. Neil Young with Harvest Moon from 1992. And Blue Moon by the Marcells,
This is the wrong Blue Moon
1961.
song.
And we have The Police with Walking on the Moon, 1979.
Walking on the moon.
That's a good song. We have Elton John with Rocket Man. That's one of the wild card songs in here from 1972. We have Christopher Cross with Arthur's Theme. Why is this in here? Because if you get caught between the moon and New York City in the chorus.
This is
Of course
actually a
it's
better
moon
song than
related.
people would probably think.
Oh, it's a great song.
It's a horrible movie, but it's a good song. Dudley Moore, by the way. And then the last song on the bracket is David Bowie with Space Oddity, 1969.
This is probably another sleeper.
Probably. All right, so let me get the bracket up on my screen here. Give me just a minute. We're using a new bracket program tonight, so cross your fingers, folks.
We'll see it. Well, really not new for your channel, is it?
It is. It's the first time it's been debuted on my channel.
But when do you really do brackets?
I haven't done a bracket in a while
See,
because I don't want to steal other people's thunder, but nobody's going to do this. So.
I know, but now I have to go and do a country music song bracket about moons because so many great songs were omitted from this.
So I got to go in here. I got to remember.
Hear that, gun snub?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the old shuffle on this. And let's go back here and let's start the tournament. All right. So our first two songs tonight are Blue Moon versus Walking on the Moon. Rich,
Ooh.
Blue Moon or Walking on the Moon?
I'll go Blue Moon. It's actually been sampled and used in other songs as well.
Okay. Guns and Barbecue.
Don't stand so close to the moon. Going with the police.
You're going with the police. Oh, I
Please.
got to cast the deciding vote on this one. That's going to be kind of tough. Let's see. But to tell you the truth, I'd forgotten about this police song. It's not one of their main hits or anything like that. Blue Moon's a classic, so my vote's going to go with Blue Moon, and it moves on. All right, so now we have Dancing in the Moonlight versus Space Oddity. Guns and Barbecue, you go first this time.
Wow. Let's say
You going with Ground Control to Major Tom here, or are you going with King Harvest?
I've got to go with King Harvest here.
You got to go with.
These are two songs where I definitely think they could have made a push towards the finals, if not the finals, but they went up against each other in the first round.
Rich, what say you here?
You're going to have to cast the deciding vote because I'm going Space Oddity.
Oh, another tough one here. Another tough one, but
one of them actually has Moon in the title, just saying.
That's true. I'm going to go with Dancing in the Moonlight here. All right, so now we have Van Morrison with Moonshadow versus Elton John's Rocket Man. Rich, what say you here?
Moonshadow.
Moonshadow. He likes that jazz. All right. Guns and Barbecue.
You know what, Gary? Just for giggles, I want to see what you vote first.
I am a huge Elton John fan, so I'm going to go with Rocket Man here. So I'm going to make you cast the deciding vote.
I, too, is going to vote Rocket Man. That's kind of why I did that.
All right. Rocket Man. Elton moves on. Now we have It's Only a Paper Moon. It's an oldie, but a goodie versus Moondance. Guns and Barbecue.
It's Only a Paper Moon.
All right. And I'm going to vote for Moondance here and let Rich cast the deciding vote on this one. He got to decide one.
It's a wonderful night for a moon dance.
Okay. All right. So that moves on. Now, this one's going to be tough. We have Bark at the Moon versus Bad Moon Rising, both excellent songs. Rich, which one do you pick out of this?
I love Ozzy, but Bad Moon Rising's a better song.
Oh, you're going to go with CCR. All right. Guns and Barbecue.
I feel like the next time I saw Justin Grimm, he may do grim things to me if I did not vote for CCR. I'm going to go with CCR here. I agree with Rich. It's a better song.
Going with CCR. I'm going with Ozzy here. Bark the Moon, but doesn't matter. Bad Moon Rising moves on. I'm surprised. And now we have Moonlight Serenade versus Fly Me to the Moon. Guns and Barbecue.
Moonlight Serenade.
Moonlight Serenade. Voting against Sinatra. Okay. Rich Flight.
Going with Frankie, Fly Me to the Moon.
I honestly don't know Moonlight Serenade.
Just think of Broken Window Serenade and cast your vote that way.
I'm thinking of Jennifer's Doorbell on WKRP. Anybody remember what song that played at her apartment?
Moonlight Sonata.
Nope. It played Fly Me to the Moon. There we go. Sinatra. Old Blue Eyes moves on. Now we're going to go with Arthur's theme, Christopher Cross, versus Moon River, Andy Williams. Guns and Barbecue.
Moon River.
Older,
What else?
newer. Arthur's theme.
Oh, Arthur's theme.
You're going with Arthur.
I am.
All right. Rich?
I like both of these songs, but I think I'm going to go with Arthur's theme as well.
Okay. My vote's going with Moon River, but it doesn't matter. Arthur moves on. And now, last but not least, we got some country in here. We got Brooks and Dunn with Neon Moon versus Neil Young with Harvest Moon. Rich?
No, I don't know the first one, and I don't like the second one because I don't like Neil Young, so I guess I'll have to go with the first one.
He's going to go with Neon Moon. Do I need to even ask you, Guns and Barbecue?
Yeah, of course you do. Let's say, are you assuming my song pick?
I am.
Say, next thing you're going to assume what bathroom I'm going to go in. Like, my gosh, what kind of show is this?
I just hope you go in one.
This is 2026. This is a no-brainer. Neon Moon should end up in the finals for sure.
This is going to be unanimous, folks. Not a Neil Young fan myself, so.
Also, I'd just like to remind Rich that prior to the show, many hours prior to the show, Gizzard Gary sent out a list of all songs that were going to be on this bracket tonight. You had plenty of time to go and review them.
Yeah.
When
All
do
right,
I check my phone?
Don't know Neon Moon. What the?
So we move on to the second round. We're going to go with Blue Moon versus Dancing in the Moonlight. Let's see. Guns and Barbecue.
Dancing in the Moonlight.
All right. Rich. Blue Moon or Dancing in the Moonlight?
No, I'll go with Barbecue, Dancing in the Moonlight.
And I will also. It's going to be unanimous. 3-0. Dancing in the Moonlight moves on. And now we've got, this could be tough here. We got Elton John with the Rocket Man versus Van Morrison with Moondance. And Rich, you get to go first this time.
Well, seeing as how I am sick and tired of Elton John at this point, and I do like Van Morrison, I am going to go with Moondance.
It's going to go with Moondance. Guns and Barbecue.
I've got a question for Rich. Are you sick and tired of Elton John because he reminds you of why your throat is sore?
No, I just am tired of Elton John. I just got to the point where there's like one song of his that I can't even stand to listen to at this point. It just
Crocodile Rock.
Nope. Tiny Dancer.
Yep. Say
Blue Jean Baby.
Say
L.A. lady.
Seamstress
for the bang.
Personally, I really enjoy Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I got to see him do it live on his farewell tour. Absolutely incredible. I got to go with Rocket Man here.
Going with the Rocket Man. You know, I love both these songs very much. And we haven't had a chance to do this tonight, so I tell you what, folks. I'm going to let the audience vote. Let me get my YouTube up so I can start a poll, because I don't think I can do it from within StreamYard.
Yeah. Ron Wayne said if it was Shatner's version of Rocket Man, it would have taken this poll. If it were Shatner's version of Rocket Man, I would have voted for Rocket Man.
That's pretty entertaining, actually. Have you seen Stewie Griffin's version?
Yes, and I have the album that Shatner's Rocket Man is on. It's also got Space Oddity on it.
Okay, so I've got the poll question out there. Cast your vote for Rocket Man or Moondance. Meow.
I think the cat's voting for Moon Dance.
So far, Rocket Man is running away with it.
Well, that is the appropriate answer. So.
Well, I just really couldn't make up my mind on this. I was like, let's let the audience vote. 9 votes in, 89% so far for Rocket Man. Another vote for Moon Dance. Okay. Give you another few seconds or so, and then we're going to call it. I think I don't see Moon Dance coming back from this. So Rocket Man is going to move on by virtue of the audience. All right, very good. So now we've got Bad Moon Rising versus Fly Me to the Moon. Guns Barbecue.
Bad Moon Rising.
Rich.
Bad Moon Rising.
Thank freaking God.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to have to go with that also. Sinatra is out. All right. And then our final on this round, we have Arthur's Theme versus Neon Moon. Rich?
Arthur's Theme.
Arthur. Okay. And Guns of Barbecue.
Arthur's Theme is very good, but it's not Neon Moon.
Vote for Neon Moon, and unfortunately,
A
I'm
vote for
also
Neon Moon is
going
a vote
to
for
have to.
America.
I'm going to have to vote for Neon Moon here. It's going to move on, and so we are at the semifinals. All right, so our first semifinal, we have Dancing in the Moonlight, King Harvest versus Rocket Man, Elton John. And somebody just jumped in. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, G-Webs. Oh, he's connecting up his devices. There he is.
I think I like Stewie Griffin's Rocket Man best.
Okay, there's G-Webs. Good evening, G-Webs. Ooh.
That was interesting.
No.
There he is.
Now is it
How
working?
are you? Yes, it's working now.
Okay. I didn't have it on speakerphone.
All right, so we're at the semifinals of this music poll about songs about the moon or space, and our two songs are Dancing in the Moonlight from King Harvest or Rocket Man from Elton John. And since G-Webs just got here, I'll let him cast the first vote here.
Moonlight.
He's going to dance in the moonlight. Okay. Guns of Barbecue.
Really enjoy Rocket Man, but I'm going with Dancing in the Moonlight.
Another vote for Dancing in the Moonlight. Rich.
Dancing in the Moonlight.
Oh, wow. This one's decided. I'm gonna cast a lone vote for Rocket Man, but it doesn't matter. Dancing in the Moonlight moves on to the final, and then we've got, this could be interesting. We've got Bad Moon Rising versus Neon Moon.
Ooh.
Rich?
Bad Moon Rising.
Bad Moon Rising. Okay. G-Webs.
I'll go with Neon Moon.
He's going to go with Neon Moon. Okay. Guns and Barbecue.
This is even a competition. It's Neon Moon.
Neon Moon. Okay, so if I had to decide between these two songs, unfortunately, I also have to go with Neon Moon. I like both songs. It's a better song. Okay, so now that brings us to the final. We have Dancing in the Moonlight by King Harvest or Neon Moon, Brooks and Dunn. So let's see. Guns and Barbecue, you go first.
Of course, you're calling me for son of a gun. I say at the beginning of this, I said Dancing in the Moonlight is going to be a sleeper, and it has proven to be. And like I said,
I'm really surprised too, but yeah.
I say Neon Moon, without doubt, was going to be a finalist. Man. Can you just come back to me? Is that allowed?
Sure.
I say this one is very kind of like mood dependent. I'm conflicted, so.
Okay, so I'm going to cast my vote here. And I'm going to, since I don't normally go early, but really I'm going to vote for Neon Moon here. Rich, what say you?
Dancing in the Moonlight.
Dancing in the Moonlight. So G-Webs, Dancing in the Moonlight or Neon Moon?
Moonlight.
He wants the Moonlight. So there you go, Guns and Barbecue.
I've got to go with Neon Moon. I've got to go with Neon Moon.
Because he wants he wants the ratings.
He's going to tie it up, and that throws it to the audience to decide this one. Okay. So let's start a poll here. I think I know how it's going to go.
What do you think?
Whoops. I can't type here. Hold on.
I can't believe that was such a hard decision for me.
It wasn't for me. Even not knowing the song, I'm not a Brooks and Dunn fan either. Period. I really haven't heard any of their songs that I liked.
Okay, so the poll question is out there. Cast your vote for Dancing in the Moonlight or Neon Moon. And you are deciding the winner of this bracket tonight.
Neon Moon is such an amazing song that people used it as their wedding song to dance to for their, new couple dance. And then they would go up if they got to meet Brooks and Dunn and be like, oh, that song Neon Moon, that was our wedding song. And Brooks and Dunn would be, what?
Yeah.
That's a song about a drunk in a corner booth in a bar. That's heartbroken. Like, because did you even actually listen to what the song's about?
No, that's as bad as people using Every Breath You Take for a wedding song as well.
My dad's sister and her husband apparently had Queen, Another One Bites the Dust for their song.
That's
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're
I don't even see how that could possibly be connected to being a wedding song. Unless they were planning on getting divorced before they got married.
We got 18 votes out here, and ladies and gentlemen, this one's over. 72% of the audience voted for Neon Moon.
Wow.
As the winner.
A blowout.
Of the best moon or space song for tonight's show. All right, so congratulations. See the lone country song on here beat them all. How about that?
That's why you should have had more, made it competitive.
I suppose so. You can do that on your show when you have.
Yeah, I'll have to get Snob and Sarge and stuff. Be like, hey, we got to do a country moon song bracket. Because Gizzard hates country music.
I don't hate country music. I'm just not as familiar with it as I am some of the other music. Let's see. Ron Wayne says my wedding song was Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash. Wow.
I like it.
All right.
I was just filming a bunch of Ring of Fire guns.
Cool. I guess I never started my banner. We do have giveaways tonight for Swag pack, normal swag pack tonight, hashtag FT368 if you want to win that. If you're a channel member and you win, I'm going to throw in how about, since it's Apollo 11, an $11 Chick-fil-A gift card if you are a channel member and you win tonight's giveaway. And I'll give you another minute or so to enter. And while you're doing that, I want to tell you about something really important. That is gear websites, because they are your source for every second matters, gun channels, gear, MOID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items, and every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
All right. That's GearWebsites.com. So let's see. Since this is kind of an out of this world episode tonight, I think it's time for the lizard.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
All right. So I forgot to mention, the reason I used that new bracket site is, unlike the old one that most of us have been using, it does allow you to create brackets ahead of time and save them, which is kind of handy. We never were able to do that before. So you'd have to throw them together at the last minute and hope you didn't accidentally close a screen or something like that. So we've got 15 people entered in the giveaway. I'll give you another 30 seconds or so. Hashtag FT368. All you folks on Twitch and Rumble can enter also over there. So, but you've only got a few more seconds, so you better hurry. I see 17. All right, so we're getting ready to do that. I'd say it's time for me to go ahead and do the drum roll and pick tonight's winner. All right, so who is going to be tonight's winner of the Fowl Territory prize giveaway? Tonight's winner is Ms. Packrat.
What?
Ms.
Congratulations. If you're out there, that is.
Ms. Packrat, are you out there? Sheila, you're the winner. Let us know you're still here. Mr. Packrat's out there. He just posted a second ago.
He's running, waking her up. Quick, quick.
She's there. All right. You are the winner. And you are a channel member. So, all right. So, very good. Winner, winner, chicken dinner in this case. All right. Very cool. Congratulations, Ms. Packrat. Always nice to give away the chicken. Speaking of that, I did, for those of you who don't know, I actually did an early bird chat Sunday morning. Kind of a fill-in chat for DM Foss since he was away for the weekend. Surprised a lot of people that I come on there and did that. My first early bird chat in over 2.5 years, by the way. Packrat said, she said, go ahead and put the money on the Ron Wayne Fund. Oh, well, that's very nice of you. I will most certainly do that. I will make a contribution in honor of Ms. Packrat. to the Ron Wayne Fund. She had to take the puppies out to go pee. Well, I hope she was all right with you giving away the money. So, real quick, speaking of this, there is a Support Now campaign out there. I'm going to go ahead and paste a link to that out in the chat. For those who don't know, Ron Wayne had somebody do some, what could best be described as vandalism or whatever to his range. Destroyed a bunch of steel targets and stuff like that. They weren't even authorized to be there, but they took evidently 5.56 rounds at short range and put holes in some of his pistol steel and stuff like that. And on some of the further stuff, destroyed his stands, did a great deal of damage to his range, left a pile of brass and stuff like that. So what we're trying to do is help them out to replace their brass and stuff like that. It's understanding they've got it locked down now. Shouldn't be happening anymore. But if you would like to contribute to that, there is the link to do that. And I'm sure they appreciate you. So very good, very good. But since we're talking about outer space, I think we got some more outer space for you. We may have another visitor from outer space. I'm going to have to redo that video, get my newer vehicle in the background. It's kind of nostalgic, though, seeing the old Jeep back there and stuff like that. Brings back memories.
Memories.
But, like the corners of my mind. Yeah.
Did we lose G-Webs?
Don't get me.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't get me on Streisand now. God.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, that's horrible. But anyway, show us your GORN and show us your GORN. If you got GORN you want me to put on the screen, it could be a picture, it could be a meme or whatever. Send that to me at GORN@gizzardgary.com. That's GORN at gizzardgary.com. Or if you're a member of my free Discord server, you can put it in the GORN section of my Discord. Or some people have even went so far as to send me stuff in the text. So, and somebody's already been doing that. So, let's take a look at a few things here from our friend down in Chelsea, Oklahoma. That being the Gun Snob, of course. So here's the first picture. I would say it's a SAR. SAR. Sarge. Wonder if Sarge has a Sarge. He has a SAR. He might.
Like having one.
After the part where it says SAR, he should just engrave with a little, tool engraver, a GE.
Denny says, night, folks. Dozing off from work comes early. See you next time. Good night, Denny. Thanks for coming. Packrat says, I think I'm going to leave the fund open until August the 13th. My birthday and a birthday present to Ron Wayne. Awesome. Misty says, y'all are making me cry. Ron Wayne says, #awesome community. And we've got somebody on Twitch by the name of Immoral Dollhouse Bozo. Wow. You get all kinds of people on Twitch watching your streams. So it's probably a bot, mind you.
That'll be my guess.
But
I just like that they use the term bozo.
I believe Snob says he just picked this up today. So that's a nice looking a nice looking pistol there.
Indeed, it is.
I like that. I like that. Nice and clean looking. All right. But we've got more. He sent plenty. So let's take a look at this. And I've never seen this before. So let's take a look. I've seen this post before. I think we all have. So he says this is the Daria DY9 Island. I dare you to knock that gun off that post.
Why it's already got a scratch.
I have heard of other people shooting the Darias before. So if you watched my videos, you would have seen that before. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. G-Web says it booted me. Oh no.
Huh.
Okay, so next from the gun snob. Whoops. I clicked the wrong button here. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I still got
He said
dancing in
that
the
one is
moonlight in my
American.
friggin' head.
Okay, so we've got this here number also on the post. And the caption under it says Daria DY12Y. Again, that's not a bad looking little outfit. It looks like it's kind of precariously balanced on that post, but
Say the barrel is out of focus.
it may have been in the process of falling off. He just got it right before it went down.
It might have been, let's say, the whole thing's just a little soft.
All right, so now we've got something a little different here. Whoops. I keep clicking the wrong button. It's like I'm new at this. Now, isn't that cute?
I want one.
What?
I think it'd be cool as hell.
Uh-huh. Well, it didn't show up on my screen right away. You guys were always saying about how it was cute and stuff, and I'm like, what are you even looking at?
He says, this is my new tiny excavator.
Yeah, it's tiny, all right.
It'd be fun to play with, though.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it has arrows on there so you know which way to go with it.
Uh-huh.
In case you get confused, it goes this way. Packrat says you barely fit in it.
How many quarters does that cost kids to ride?
Where do you wind it up? Must be on the back is where you put the key to wind it up. I don't know. He says, I went and got that Saturday morning. It's got a Kubota diesel in it. Wow.
2-cylinder diesel in that thing?
2-cycle probably. But man, you look like a real pro riding in that bad boy. And then we've got this.
And then no, and then
he says, my newest can, Anacoic, Anacox or Anachox 45. Don't know how you pronounce that.
No.
I know it's upside down.
is it just
Not
me or
that
is
it
this one out of
matters.
focus too?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Snob? You're better than this. Come on.
Oh, good gosh. We have more. Yes, we have more. Now, Guns and Barbecue is going to like this.
Ooh.
It's a revolver.
Excellent.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Damn.
I like it.
I don't think he's offering it up, though, unfortunately.
That's all right.
He said that's a screenshot from a video. That's why it's fuzzy.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what the heck? That
He
happens
says,
a
once
lot.
again, if you watched my videos, you would know.
I don't really watch your videos. I listen and then just leave a bunch of stupid comments.
All
But
right.
with
and,
that, I normally end up listening to your videos multiple times. You're welcome.
and last, we've got this. The Pistolo 77. Interesting. I got to get a closer look at this. What in the world?
Yeah. Now I've seen the picture. I was about to say I wasn't seeing the picture. Now it's
Made in Czech Republic.
In Czechoslovakia, you know shoot pistol, pistol shoot you.
Czech.
Mate.
Pack Rat says WTF. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're looking at here. It's definitely different. Looks almost like a little Nintendo gun or something like that. That is like one of 150 and it costs $4,300. It's a 9mm pistol caliber carbine. $4,300. Wow.
All of those words are disgusting together.
Yeah. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Okay. So now we have some stuff in the email. And this one here is from Guns and Barbecue. So let's take a look.
I wasn't sure how much GORN you were going to have, so I figured, I'd help out.
So we've got someone, possibly a lady, with a
This
flag on a horse.
Grand entry from yesterday's events. Grand entries where whoever is selected to ride with the flag just does laps around the arena while the anthem plays, and then they will go to the center of the arena after the anthem is done, where at that time a prayer is said for all contestants of the rodeo, and then they would exit. Now, normally with a grand entry, there's like this cool run up, and they enter the arena in a grand fashion, thus grand entry. But at little things like this, they just kind of end up in the ring all of a sudden and just start riding around. So not as grand as most might think sometimes.
All right, so let's take a look at the second photo here. Cute little girl on top of a great big horse.
That was actually Clydesdale.
Yeah, it's a big horse. I could tell.
Yeah.
With the theme yesterday being Christmas in July, several people brought some draft horses for the event, which I thought that's pretty cool. But this might be my favorite photo from yesterday. I haven't gotten to go through them all or anything, but this one, I was like, oh, that's the shot.
There's some excellent contrast between the subject and the blue sky behind her. And that yellow shirt really pops out. So
yes, a little editing going on there, masking off the sky and doctoring that a little bit, just bringing down the exposure, bringing up the contrast, things like that. But yeah, this one turned out phenomenal.
the horse looks like he's just posing for a picture.
I say that was a great horse.
Yeah. All right. So Now we've got something from Justin Grimm. A new gun, Justin says. Let's take a look at Justin's new
I know what
gun.
this is. It's not real.
And he says T-Sauce 1911 carry B9 BA Stingray.
Hope that 9 doesn't mean 9mm. It does.
I can't really tell,
What?
but the magazine doesn't look big enough to hold 45.
No, it's a 9mm. He sent me a photo of it the other night. He's like, after 20 years, I own a 9mm or a 1911 again. I was like, that's awesome. And I kept reading. I was like, oh, but no, super proud to have him back on the dark side.
Oh, yeah. All right. So Ron Wayne sent us a few here. So let me hold on. I want to size this window appropriately.
That's what she said.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Because I'm going to try to scroll through the email. Hold on. Do I want to do that? Well, I think you guys know it's from Ron Wayne. So, and I'm not giving away his email address. Okay. Look, Captain, a nuclear vessel went that way. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Bones. He's dead, Jim. Yeah, he's dead, all right.
Oh,
Didn't have to be a doctor to figure that one out.
Nope. You do not.
I like it.
My new Android phone has a data plan.
Oh, boy.
I love it.
I don't get it.
Don't worry, man. You'll be fine. Yeah. Nothing bad happens to the red shirts on Star Trek. No. You'll be fine. Later that day, and then I told them they'd be fine. He says, I tried to theme them for your show. You did well, sir.
Mhm.
You did very well. Okay. And now, not to be outdone, Ozzy sends this. Can't even talk tonight. Okay. Rigger SP 101 357 Magnum.
Very
Take
nice. I don't usually carry a 357 Magnum, but I really do want an SP 101. One day I'll get one. It's just not one of those things high up on my priority list, but this is definitely on the list.
I bet that thing's fun to hold on to. Especially with those wood grips. You better get a good grip on there.
I like the speed loader.
Yeah. All ready for every second matters. I like it.
Who sent this?
Ron Wayne. Ozzy.
Oh,
The Ozman sent that.
I'm interested in what kind of rig he has made for it.
Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the Discord real quick. And it looks like DM Foss put something out here this afternoon. So let's take a look at this.
Oh,
This
look at
is the Henry Provider 4570.
Mhm.
Wow. Look at that.
Yep.
That's not a bad one to end with, folks.
No, I got a screen share if you want to show it.
really, you're gonna ruin this moment?
Well,
My
He
gosh.
He
Oh,
is.
it steamed with the show last night.
All right, you got the stage.
Yeah. Who wore it best, Andrew Tate or Rue McClanahan?
I don't even know who the second person is.
It's Blanche.
Blanche from Golden Girls.
Oh,
Blanche Devereaux.
yeah, maybe she would have wore it best if she had it open like him.
That kind of goes with the theme of my show last night.
You had a theme?
Talking about the Tate brothers and how they go into British prison apparently.
Mike McClune says looks like he's wearing capri pants and a medium shirt. Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah. And their shoes match too. I don't know if you can tell that.
Their hair doesn't match.
No. Oh, he doesn't have any. So.
No, he does not. He's got the Howie Mandel look going.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Howie Mandel had hair, though. When he was first started as a stand-up comedian, he had hair back then.
Yeah, but looking at the picture, I believe that was when he was arrested in Miami. He was wearing that.
That'd make for a cute booking photo.
Uh-huh. Make him real popular in lockup.
All right. Oops. I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. I'll switch you back where you were. Okay. So that appears at least to be the end of the GORN for this evening. So what else is going on, guys? Anything big happened today that I don't know about?
I don't know.
Well, you guys are just super fun this evening.
Justin said he sent you an email.
Justin, he did?
That's what he just said out in the chat.
I haven't got it yet. Let's see. Well, we've got a few minutes for it to come in. I mean, I did show his one picture that he sent a few minutes ago, but must be something else then. Ron 2A Matter says, good night, y'all. Backrat says, I would rather have wood grips on a hard kicking gun. I wouldn't, but I just got an email. Is it Justin? It is. Okay, so we got a couple things in here. Let's take a look. If you leave a bullet under your pillow, the gun fairy will give you a gun. Me the next night. I like it. I like it. And he's got another one in here too, so let me get it on the screen. Heck yeah, I like this one. You'll like it too. Right now, chocolate is good for you and lettuce can kill you. I've been training my whole life for this moment. Hell yeah. Told you. Very appropriate. Oh, just got another email. This one's good. I may have to take my banner off the screen so you can read it. Okay, so it says, when you're just called Moon and all the other moons have names, the moon is sad. Oh, no. Why am I just called Moon?
No,
Definitely appropriate for tonight.
in Star Trek, it has the name Luna, but then if you look at what Luna means, it just means moon.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I think, therefore I am, that is probably the end of GORN for this evening. So we're going to go to the last part of our program called What Did You Learn? Here at Gizzard Gary University, we do aim to educate all the people who watch and participate in this show. So, Rich, tell us, what did you learn tonight?
That a song I never heard of won a bracket.
How big of a rock is this thing that you live under?
I did not listen to country music at that time period, so I don't know that song.
Something tells me we're probably going to listen to it in the after chat.
And like I said, what Brooks and Dunn song I have heard, I didn't care for. So,
Wow, you're going to really make Guns and Barbecue cry here. So, what you got
Communist,
coming up
sorry.
for? Yeah. What you got coming up on your show? Hopefully, you're not going to trash Brooks and Dunn on your show.
no. But we got a show called This Week Unloaded, Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Unloaded Media channel. And we talk about all kinds of stuff on there. So, check it out.
Alrighty, thanks for being here. And so we're going to go to you, Guns and Barbecue. What did
Yo.
you learn?
I learned that Rich is a monster.
He is. Definitely is a monster. So, you got anything coming up for us this week on your channel?
Probably have a live chat. We'll do a bracket. My idea is potentially do another bracket of songs about the moon, but have it be country music. But I don't know if I will have the right people in there for that, so we might just do that on a special.
Never
Like-
stopped you before.
Oh, I always make normally if I do like a country music bracket, it's normally on like a Friday night. So we'll see what happens. So
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, sounds good. As for me, for my channel members, we'll be back Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Central for the members only chat. We'll be giving away a knife. Hasn't been picked out yet, but we give away one every week. So that's 4 knives a month. If you would like to be interested in a drawing for a free knife every week, you can become a channel member here on YouTube. Starts at $1.99 a month, and we'd be glad to have you. So speaking of channel members, thanks to all the channel members out there. Their names are going across the bottom of the screen now. They'll be in the end credits. Those are the people who help support me on YouTube and help me do the things I do. And I appreciate each and every one of you, as I do my audience, including you, my favorite viewer. Thanks for tuning in the show tonight, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Rumble, or if you're watching in a replay, we thank you for doing that too. And we hope you come back next week, as we'll be back again Monday night, 9 o'clock p.m., for another edition of Fowl Territory. Don't forget, Rich White on the Unloaded Media channel. He's live Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Central. Guns and Barbecue, typically Thursday nights at 9 o'clock p.m. Central, but it does vary. So make sure you subscribe to his channel so you get all the latest updates. Click that bell for both of them. Make sure you get all the updates on their exciting stuff they've got coming up. And with that, we're going to put an end to this. Everybody have a safe and pleasant week. And remember that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary. Let's tell everybody good night and let's roll the credits.
Good night.
Rich is a monster. Shall not be infringed.
Why did you sound like Kermit the Frog yelling it?
Well, geez, I don't know.
Final answer. We went to the moon. Deal with it.